Picture this. You're in the middle of a team meeting, your voice steady as you share a bold idea you've poured hours into perfecting. The room is quiet, all eyes on you, until a colleague cuts you off with a dismissive smirk, their words dripping with condescension. That'll never work. The air grows heavy, your confidence wavers, and a familiar sting creeps in. Or imagine a family dinner, laughter filling the room, when a relative's sharp remark slices through the warmth. You're still doing that job? The table falls silent, and your dignity feels bruised, leaving you torn between lashing out or shrinking into the shadows. Disrespect is a universal wound. It strikes without warning, challenging your worth, testing your patience, and tempting you to react in ways that betray your strength. It's a moment that can define you, not because of their words, but because of how you choose to respond. What if, instead of letting their disrespect shake you, you could meet it with a composure so unshakable, so rooted in inner peace, that their words lose all power? What if you could rise above, not with anger or retreat, but with a quiet strength that commands respect without a single shout? This is the promise of Stoic wisdom, a timeless philosophy that doesn't just help you endure disrespect. It empowers you to transcend it, forging an iron mind that no slight can shatter. Welcome to Daily Stoic Quotes, your sanctuary for the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, where we blend ancient wisdom with modern insights to help you live with purpose, resilience, and unshakable dignity. Disrespect is a challenge we all face, whether it's a colleague's interruption, a friend's subtle jab, or a stranger's outright rudeness. It's not just a fleeting annoyance. It can erode your self-worth, cloud your peace, and pull you into a cycle of doubt or retaliation. But the Stoics, those masters of the mind who faced betrayal, exile, and loss, knew a profound truth. True power lies not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who governed an empire while battling personal and political slights, wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This isn't about passive endurance or suppressing your emotions. It's about active self-mastery, choosing responses that align with your values and protect your inner tranquility. Today, we're unveiling 8 ways to handle people who don't respect you, a Stoic roadmap to transform disrespect from a wound into an opportunity for growth. These aren't mere tactics, they're habits of the mind, rooted in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and sharpened by the subtle truths of human psychology, designed to help you navigate life's challenges with wisdom, courage, and grace. Why does this matter? In a world that often rewards noise over substance, disrespect can feel like a personal attack, tempting you to prove your worth through arguments or validation seeking. Left unchecked, it can dim your confidence and derail your purpose. A 2020 study in the Journal of Applied Psychology reveals that unaddressed workplace disrespect reduces self-esteem and productivity, costing individuals their peace and potential. But Stoic philosophy offers a radical alternative. By mastering your responses, you reclaim your power, reshape your relationships, and model a dignity that inspires others. Consider Serena Williams, who faced blatant disrespect during the 2018 U.S. Open when an umpire's biased call sparked controversy. Instead of succumbing to anger, Serena asserted her worth with calm conviction, stating, "I'm here to fight for fairness." Her Stoic-like composure didn't just silence critics. It cemented her legacy as a beacon of resilience. Or take Denzel Washington, who, early in his career, endured media skepticism about his talent. Rather than engaging in petty disputes, he channeled his energy into Glory and Malcolm X, letting his work speak louder than any critic's slight, embodying the Stoic principle of rising above through action, not reaction. These icons show us that disrespect doesn't define you. Your response does. At Daily Stoic Quotes, we're not just a channel. We're a community committed to guiding you through life's trials with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Whether you're facing a toxic coworker, a dismissive friend, or a family member who crosses your boundaries, the 8 habits we'll explore today will equip you to handle disrespect with an iron mind. From setting unshakable boundaries inspired by Serena Williams to cultivating silence like Ryan Reynolds. From walking away with the courage of Chris Hemsworth to building a supportive circle like Oprah Winfrey, each habit is a step toward a life where your peace is non-negotiable. These strategies are backed by Stoic philosophy and modern psychology, ensuring you don't just survive disrespect, you thrive beyond it. A 2021 Journal of Personality and Social Psychology study underscores this, showing that assertive boundary setting and emotional detachment increase self-respect and interpersonal influence, proving that Stoic principles are as relevant today as they were in ancient Rome. But this journey requires action, and it begins right now. Knowledge without application is like a sword left in its sheath, powerless. So, I challenge you to commit to your transformation. If you're ready to stop letting disrespect define your days, to stop reacting to every slight, and to start commanding respect through Stoic strength, take a moment to hit that like button. It's a small act, but a powerful declaration that you're here to grow, to master your mind, and to live with purpose. Then, drop a comment below with this phrase, I am unshakable. Write it, say it, feel it, because this is where your journey to an iron mind begins. If you're new to Daily Stoic Quotes, subscribe and ring the bell to join our community of Stoics seeking resilience, wisdom, and virtue. We're here to walk with you, step by step, as you forge a life where no one's disrespect can dim your light. Before we dive into the first habit, let's set the stage for what's to come. Over the next hour, we'll explore 8 Stoic strategies, each paired with real-world examples from icons like Beyoncé, Michelle Obama, and Chadwick Boseman, who faced disrespect and risen above with grace and power. We'll uncover practical steps to set boundaries, disengage from power struggles, limit toxic exposure, and cultivate self-respect, all while weaving in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. By the end, you'll have a Stoic toolkit to handle any challenge to your worth, plus a daily exercise to make these habits a way of life. So, stay with us, because what you're about to learn. Habit 1. Set clear boundaries. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Disrespect often begins where boundaries end. When someone interrupts your thoughts, belittles your efforts, or disregards your feelings, it's not just a slight. It's a signal that your personal space, your very dignity, is under siege. Without clear boundaries, disrespect festers, eroding your self-worth and leaving you vulnerable to the whims of others. But Stoic philosophy offers a powerful antidote. The principle of self-sovereignty, the unwavering commitment to define how you will be treated. As Epictetus, the Stoic sage who rose from slavery to wisdom, reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Setting boundaries isn't about hoping others will change or expecting kindness to earn respect. It's about asserting your worth with calm conviction, ensuring that every interaction reflects the dignity you deserve. This habit, the cornerstone of handling disrespect, aligns with the Stoic virtue of self-mastery, teaching you to draw a line in the sand, not with aggression, but with the quiet strength of someone who knows their value. Why does this matter? Boundaries are the framework of self-respect, signaling to others and to yourself that your peace is non-negotiable. Without them, you risk becoming a doormat, silently permitting others to overstep until your confidence crumbles. A 2021 study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals who set clear boundaries are perceived as more competent and respected, their assertiveness fostering stronger interpersonal dynamics. In the absence of boundaries, disrespect becomes a habit, not just for others, but for how you view yourself. Stoicism teaches that respect isn't granted by kindness alone. It's earned through the standards you uphold. Imagine a colleague who constantly interrupts you in meetings, their voice drowning out your ideas. If you let it slide, you signal that your voice doesn't matter. But by asserting a boundary, you reclaim your space, reshaping the dynamic with clarity and purpose. This is the Stoic path, not reacting to external slights, but responding with deliberate action that honors your worth. To see this principle in action, consider Serena Williams, a titan of tennis whose career has been marked by both triumphs and trials. During the 2018 U.S. Open, Serena faced a storm of disrespect when an umpire issued a controversial penalty, accusing her of cheating, a charge that struck at her integrity. The crowd roared, the media swirled, and the moment could have spiraled into chaos. Yet Serena, embodying a Stoic-like resolve, didn't lash out or crumble. Instead, she set a clear boundary, calmly stating, "I don't cheat to win. I'd rather lose." Her voice was firm, her demeanor composed, demanding respect not through anger, but through unwavering self-assurance. In post-match interviews, she explained her stance. "I'm here to fight for fairness, for myself and for others." This boundary setting shifted public perception, transforming a moment of disrespect into a testament to her dignity. Serena's example shows that boundaries aren't walls to keep others out. They're declarations of who you are, rooted in the Stoic principle that your worth is yours to defend. How can you apply this habit in your own life? Start with these practical steps, grounded in Stoic wisdom and psychological clarity. First, identify your non-negotiables, behaviors you will not tolerate, such as interruptions, belittling comments, or disregard for your time. Write them down to clarify your standards. Second, communicate your boundaries calmly but assertively. For example, if a colleague interrupts you, say, "I value respect in conversations and need you to let me finish before responding." Your tone should be steady, not confrontational, reflecting Stoic composure. Third, enforce consequences if boundaries are crossed. In the conversation, step away or limit interaction. Consistency is key. As Epictetus teaches, your reactions shape your reality. Finally, practice daily affirmations. Stand before a mirror each morning and declare, "I deserve respect." This ritual, inspired by Stoic self-reflection, reinforces your commitment to self-sovereignty. A 2021 Journal of Personality study supports this, showing that affirmative practices boost self-esteem, making boundary setting feel natural over time. Habit 2. Don't engage in power struggles. The greatest power is often simple patience. Disrespect often comes cloaked in provocation, a deliberate attempt to pull you into a battle where emotions reign and reason falters. A snide comment, a sarcastic jab, or a dismissive gesture. These are not just slights. They're invitations to a power struggle, a contest where the prize is control over your peace. Engaging in these battles hands your adversary the very thing they seek, your emotional surrender. Stoic philosophy offers a wiser path, the art of disengagement, the refusal to let provocation dictate your response. As Seneca, the Stoic philosopher who faced exile and betrayal, wisely said, "The greatest power is often simple patience." By choosing restraint over reaction, you preserve your dignity, protect your inner tranquility, and demonstrate a strength that no argument can undermine. This habit is about mastering your emotions, ensuring that disrespect doesn't lure you into a fight that serves no purpose but to diminish you. Why does this matter? Power struggles thrive on emotional volatility, feeding off your anger, defensiveness, or frustration. The moment you react, you grant the provocateur influence over your mind, shifting your focus from what matters, your peace, your purpose, to their agenda. A 2020 study in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that individuals who exhibit restraint in confrontational settings are perceived as more authoritative, their calm demeanor signaling confidence and control. Stoicism teaches that true power lies not in winning every argument, but in choosing which battles are worth your energy. Imagine a coworker who baits you with a sarcastic remark during a meeting, their words designed to spark a reaction. If you fire back, you fuel their game, but if you pause and disengage, you retain your strength, leaving them powerless. This is the Stoic way, not fighting to prove your worth, but standing firm in the knowledge that your worth needs no defense. Denzel Washington, an icon of resilience and talent, embodies this Stoic principle. Early in his career, Denzel faced relentless media disrespect, with tabloids spreading rumors and questioning his ability to lead major films. In the late 1980s, as he rose to prominence, critics dismissed his potential, labeling him just another actor. The pressure to clap back, to defend his name, was immense. Yet Denzel chose a different path. Instead of engaging in public feuds or responding to every slight, he poured his energy into his craft, delivering a tour de force performance in Training Day that earned him an Oscar. In interviews, he reflected on his approach. I don't waste time on noise. I focus on what I can control, my work, my growth. Denzel's stoic-like detachment didn't just silence his critics. It elevated him to a legend, proving that success speaks louder than any argument. His story teaches us that disengaging from power struggles isn't retreat. It's a strategic choice to prioritize your purpose over petty provocations. How can you cultivate this habit? Begin with these practical steps, rooted in Stoic discipline and psychological insight. First, when provoked, pause and take a deep breath, giving yourself a moment to reclaim control. This aligns with Seneca's call for patience, allowing reason to guide you. Second, respond with logic or a brief statement. I'm not engaging in this. Keep your tone calm, your words minimal, signaling that you won't be drawn into drama. Third, redirect your energy to meaningful goals, whether it's a work project, a workout, or a creative pursuit. This shift transforms provocation into fuel for growth. Finally, journal nightly, asking, did I stay calm today? This practice, inspired by Stoic reflection, builds awareness and resilience. A 2020 Journal of Personality study supports this, showing that reflective journaling reduces emotional reactivity, helping you master your responses over time. Disengaging from power struggles is a quiet habit. 3. Limit your exposure to them. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Some people carry disrespect like a storm, their words and actions leaving a trail of negativity that can cloud your clarity and sap your strength. Constant exposure to such individuals doesn't just test your patience. It distorts your self-perception, pulling you into a cycle of doubt and frustration. Stoic philosophy teaches us to guard our minds as fiercely as a fortress, choosing carefully who and what we allow to occupy our space. As Seneca reminds us, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By limiting your exposure to those who disrespect you, you protect your mental clarity, preserve your energy, and create room for relationships that uplift rather than undermine. This habit isn't about avoidance or cowardice. It's a deliberate act of self-preservation, aligning with the Stoic principle that your peace is a sacred priority. Why does this matter? Prolonged interaction with disrespectful people drains your emotional reserves, leaving you vulnerable to stress and self-doubt. A 2022 study in the Journal of Social Psychology found that reducing exposure to toxic individuals significantly improves well-being, boosting mood and self-esteem. Stoicism emphasizes that while we cannot control others' behavior, we can control how much of our time and energy we invest in them. Imagine a co-worker whose constant negativity poisons every conversation, or a friend who dismisses your dreams with a smirk. Each moment spent in their presence is a moment stolen from your peace, from the people and pursuits that nourish your soul. By limiting exposure, you reclaim your mental space, ensuring that your energy flows toward what aligns with your values, growth, purpose, and tranquility. Beyoncé, a global icon of artistry and resilience, exemplifies this Stoic habit. After parting ways with Destiny's Child in the early 2000s, she faced a barrage of criticism from music industry skeptics who questioned her ability to succeed solo. Producers, critics, and even peers doubted her vision, their disrespect threatening to overshadow her ambition. Instead of engaging with every detractor or seeking their approval, Beyoncé chose a Stoic-like path. She limited her exposure to toxic influences, surrounding herself with a tight-knit team who believed in her dream. This selective engagement allowed her to focus on creating Lemonade, a groundbreaking album that redefined her legacy. In interviews, she shared her philosophy: "I don't let negativity rent space in my life. I protect my energy for what matters." Beyoncé's story shows that limiting exposure isn't about running away. It's about curating your environment to foster growth and self-worth. How can you apply this habit? Start with these practical steps, grounded in Stoic wisdom and psychological clarity. First, minimize non-essential interactions with disrespectful individuals. At work, keep conversations with toxic colleagues focused on tasks, maintaining a professional but distant tone. Second, decline draining social events, politely saying no to gatherings that leave you depleted, prioritizing your well-being. Third, reflect weekly, asking, "Am I protecting my peace?" Write down your answer, identifying one interaction to reduce. Finally, create a list of uplifting contacts, friends, mentors, or family who inspire you, and prioritize time with them. This practice, inspired by Seneca's call to associate with those who improve you, shifts your focus to positive connections. A 2022 Journal of Occupational Health Psychology study supports this, showing that selective social engagement reduces stress and enhances resilience. Limiting exposure is an act of quiet power, a choice to value your peace above obligation or conflict. It's about recognizing that your time is finite, your energy precious, and your mind deserving of clarity. Imagine a life where toxic voices fade, replaced by relation. Habit 4. Respond with silence. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. In the face of disrespect, words can feel like weapons, each syllable a potential spark for conflict. A rude remark, a cutting insult, or a provocative jab. These are designed to elicit a reaction, to draw you into a battle where your emotions betray your strength. But Stoic philosophy offers a radical response. Silence, a choice so powerful it disarms even the sharpest provocation. As Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king who faced countless slights, wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Silence isn't weakness or surrender. It's a deliberate act of self-control, a refusal to let disrespect dictate your state of mind. By withholding the reaction others crave, you retain your dignity, shift the power dynamic, and create a space for clarity and peace. This habit is the Stoic art of mastering the moment, ensuring that no provocation can shake your inner resolve. Why does this matter? Disrespect often seeks to provoke, feeding on your anger or defensiveness to fuel conflict. When you respond impulsively, you hand over control, allowing the provocateur to steer your emotions. A 2020 study in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that silence in tense interactions increases perceived composure, making the silent party appear stronger and more authoritative. Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in choosing when to speak and when to hold back. Imagine a family member making a snide comment at a gathering, their words aimed at sparking a reaction. If you argue, you fuel their agenda, but if you remain silent, you deny them power, leaving them to confront their own behavior. Silence is a mirror, reflecting their disrespect back while keeping your peace intact, aligning with the Stoic virtue of self-discipline. Ryan Reynolds, the charismatic star of Deadpool, embodies this Stoic habit. Early in his career, Ryan faced a barrage of online trolls and critics who mocked his early roles, labeling him a B-list actor with no depth. Social media amplified the noise, with comments designed to provoke a response. Instead of engaging in public spats or defending his talent, Ryan chose silence, focusing his energy on developing Deadpool, a passion project that defied expectations. In a 2016 interview, he reflected, "I don't argue with people who don't matter. My work is my voice." His Stoic-like restraint didn't just quiet the trolls. It propelled him to global stardom, proving that silence, paired with purposeful action, speaks louder than any rebuttal. Ryan's story teaches us that silence isn't passive. It's a strategic choice to prioritize your goals over petty conflicts. How can you practice this habit? Begin with these practical steps, rooted in Stoic wisdom and psychological insight. First, when faced with disrespect, pause and take a deep breath, creating a moment to collect your thoughts. This aligns with Marcus Aurelius's call for inner stillness. Second, choose silence or a brief statement like, "I won't engage in this," delivered calmly to signal your refusal to escalate. Third, practice 5 minutes of daily meditation, focusing on your breath to cultivate inner calm. This habit strengthens your ability to remain composed under pressure. Finally, journal nightly, asking, "How did silence serve me today?" Reflecting on moments where you chose restraint builds resilience. A 2020 Journal of Personality study supports this, showing that mindfulness practices like meditation reduce emotional reactivity, enhancing self-control. Silence is a quiet rebellion against chaos. Habit 5, don't take it personally. It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about things. Disrespect can feel like a dagger to the heart. Each word or gesture a personal attack on your character, your choices, your very worth. It's natural to internalize these slights, to replay them in your mind, questioning what you did to deserve such treatment. But Stoic philosophy offers a liberating truth. Disrespect is rarely about you. It's a reflection of the other person's struggles, their insecurities, their unresolved pain. As Epictetus taught, it's not things that upset us, but our judgment about things. By refusing to take disrespect personally, you detach your self-worth from others' actions, freeing your mind from the burden of their judgment. This habit is about reframing external slights as external noise, ensuring that your peace remains untouched by the chaos of others' behavior. Why does this matter? Taking disrespect personally erodes your self-esteem, trapping you in a cycle of doubt and overanalysis. Each slight becomes a mirror, distorting how you see yourself. A 2021 study in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that emotional detachment from negative feedback reduces distress and boosts self-confidence, allowing individuals to maintain clarity in challenging interactions. Stoicism teaches that your worth is not defined by others' opinions, but by your own actions and values. Imagine a friend's passive-aggressive comment about your career, their words stinging with judgment. If you internalize it, you carry their burden. If you reframe it as their frustration, you free yourself. This is the Stoic perspective, seeing disrespect as a window into other struggles, not a verdict on your value. Michelle Obama, a beacon of grace and resilience, embodies this Stoic habit. As First Lady, she faced relentless political criticism, from media attacks on her appearance to baseless accusations about her motives. These slights were personal, cutting, and designed to provoke. Yet Michelle refused to internalize them, focusing instead on her initiatives like Let's Move, and her advocacy for education. In her memoir Becoming, she wrote, "I learned early that people's criticism often says more about them than about me. I kept my eyes on my work." Her Stoic-like detachment allowed her to rise above, transforming disrespect into fuel for her purpose. Michelle's story teaches us that not taking things personally isn't denial. It's a choice to anchor your worth in what you control, ensuring that no external judgment can shake your foundation. How can you apply this habit? Start with these practical steps, grounded in Stoic wisdom and psychological clarity. First, when faced with disrespect, ask yourself, is this about me or them? Pause to consider their possible frustrations, stress, insecurity, or fear. Second, reframe the slight as their struggle, not your failing. Mentally note, this is their issue, not my worth. Third, affirm daily, my worth is mine. Say it aloud each morning to reinforce your inner strength. Finally, journal nightly, asking, what did I release today? Write down one instance where you let go of taking something personally. This practice, inspired by Epictetus' focus on judgment, rewires your perspective. A 2021 Journal of Personality study supports this, showing that reframing negative interactions reduces emotional distress, fostering resilience. Not taking disrespect personally is a quiet revolution, a refusal to let others' actions define your value. It's about standing tall, your self-worth unshaken, knowing that their words are their burden, not yours. Imagine facing a harsh comment, your heart steady, your mind clear, as you choose to let it pass like a fleeting cloud. Habit 6. Walk away when necessary. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. Sometimes the most powerful response to disrespect is not a word, not a boundary, but a step away, a quiet, deliberate choice to remove yourself from a toxic environment. Staying in spaces where disrespect thrives doesn't just wound your pride. It chips away your mental health, your confidence, your very sense of self. Stoic philosophy teaches us to guard our well-being like a sacred flame, choosing carefully what we allow into our lives. As Seneca reminds us, you act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. Walking away from disrespect isn't defeat. It's a declaration of self-worth, a courageous act of prioritizing your peace over obligation or conflict. This habit is about recognizing when a situation no longer serves you and having the strength to let it go, aligning with the Stoic virtue of self-preservation. Why does this matter? Prolonged exposure to disrespectful environments breeds stress, anxiety, and self-doubt, draining your energy and distorting your purpose. A 2022 study in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology found that exiting toxic settings significantly reduces stress and improves mental clarity, empowering individuals to thrive. Stoicism emphasizes that while we cannot control others' actions, we can control our presence. Imagine a workplace where your contributions are ignored, or a friendship where belittling comments are the norm. Each moment spent, there is a moment stolen from your growth, from the life you deserve. Walking away doesn't mean burning bridges. It means choosing a path that honors your dignity, ensuring that your environment reflects your values. Chris Hemsworth, the star of Thor, exemplifies this stoic habit. At the height of his Hollywood success, Chris faced immense pressure, grueling schedules, media scrutiny, and industry demands that threatened his mental health and family life. Rather than enduring the toxicity, he made a bold choice in 2019. He stepped back from major projects, moving his family to Australia to prioritize well-being. In a 2020 interview, he shared, "I needed to protect my peace, my family, myself." Success means nothing if you lose what matters. His stoic-like courage to walk away didn't diminish his career. It strengthened it, leading to a renewed focus and acclaimed roles. Chris's story teaches us that walking away isn't escape. It's a strategic retreat to preserve what's sacred, ensuring that your life aligns with your deepest priorities. How can you apply this habit? Begin with these practical steps, rooted in stoic wisdom and psychological insight. First, identify toxic situations, jobs, friendships, or family dynamics where disrespect is routine. Write them down to clarify what drains you. Second, plan an exit strategy, whether it's searching for a new job, setting stricter boundaries, or reducing contact. Small steps count. Every move toward freedom is progress. Third, reflect daily, asking, does this serve my peace? Visualize a life free from disrespect to fuel your resolve. Finally, practice visualization. Spend 5 minutes daily imagining yourself thriving in a respectful environment. This aligns with Seneca's call to focus on what you desire, not what you fear. A 2022 Journal of Social Psychology study supports this, showing that proactive disengagement from toxic settings boosts well-being. Walking away is an act of quiet power, a choice to honor your worth above all else. Habit 7. Surround yourself with supportive people. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Disrespect can leave you feeling isolated, its sting amplified by the absence of voices that affirm your worth. In these moments, the company you keep becomes your shield, your strength, your mirror reflecting the value others seek to diminish. Stoic philosophy teaches that while we cannot control the disrespect of others, we can choose who we allow into our orbit. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. The people around you shape those thoughts, either lifting you toward purpose or dragging you into doubt. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals, those who respect, encourage, and challenge you to grow, isn't just a comfort. It's a stoic strategy to counter disrespect's impact, aligning with the virtue of community and ensuring that your environment nurtures your resilience. Why does this matter? Supportive relationships act as a buffer against disrespect, reinforcing your self-worth when negativity threatens to erode it. A 2020 study in social psychological and personality science found that positive social circles boost resilience, reducing the emotional toll of negative interactions. Stoicism emphasizes selective association, choosing companions who align with your values and inspire virtue. Imagine a workplace where a boss's criticism stings, or a friendship where disrespect is routine. Without supportive voices, these slights can fester, but with a circle that uplifts you, they lose their power. Supportive people don't just comfort, they challenge you to rise, reminding you of your strength when disrespect seeks to make you feel small. This habit is about curating a community that fuels your purpose, ensuring that your life is a garden of growth, not a battlefield of conflict. Oprah Winfrey, a global force of inspiration, embodies this stoic habit. Early in her career, Oprah faced relentless media disrespect, racist and sexist attacks that question her talent and place in television. Rather than internalizing the noise, she surrounded herself with mentors like Maya Angelou and trusted allies who saw her potential. These relationships, built on mutual respect, gave her the strength to persevere, transforming the Oprah Winfrey Show into a cultural phenomenon. In her book, What I Know for Sure, Oprah wrote, "Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. They're the ones who help you soar." Her Stoic-like selective association didn't just shield her from disrespect, it fueled her empire, proving that the right company can turn adversity into triumph. Oprah's story teaches us that supportive people are not just allies. They're anchors, grounding you in your worth when the world tries to shake it. How can you apply this habit? Start with these practical steps, grounded in Stoic wisdom and psychological clarity. First, list supportive contacts, friends, family, or mentors who inspire and respect you. Reach out to one person weekly to nurture the connection. Second, join groups aligned with your values, such as Stoic forums, book clubs, or professional networks, to expand your circle. Third, reflect weekly, asking who uplifts me. Identify one relationship to strengthen and one to limit. Finally, limit time with negative influences, politely reducing contact with those who drain you. This practice, inspired by Marcus Aurelius's call to align with virtue, curates an environment of growth. A 2020 Journal of Personality study supports this, showing that positive social networks enhance emotional resilience, helping you habitate. Respect starts from within. No man is free who is not master of himself. At the heart of handling disrespect lies a profound truth. The way others treat you is a reflection of their character, but how you respond reveals the depth of your self-respect. Stoic philosophy teaches that external slights hold no power unless you grant them entry. True strength begins within, in the quiet conviction of your own worth. As Seneca, the Stoic philosopher who faced exile and loss, wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Self-respect is the foundation of all other habits, the inner fortress that ensures no disrespect can shake your peace. This habit is about setting a standard for how you treat yourself, ensuring that every choice, every response reflects the dignity you deserve, aligning with the Stoic virtue of self-mastery. Why does this matter? Self-respect shapes how others perceive and treat you, setting the tone for every interaction. Without it, you risk tolerating disrespect, lowering the bar for what you accept. A 2021 study in the Journal of Personality found that high self-respect correlates with healthier relationships, as individuals who value themselves attract respectful treatment. Stoicism teaches that your worth is not negotiated with others. It's cultivated within, through actions that honor your values. Imagine a colleague's dismissive comment or a friend's hurtful joke. If you lack self-respect, you may endure it silently. If you hold yourself in high regard, you respond with boundaries or walk away. Self-respect is the root of resilience, ensuring that your peace remains unshaken, no matter the slight. Chadwick Boseman, the late star of Black Panther, embodied this Stoic habit. Early in his career, Chadwick faced industry skepticism, with casting directors and producers questioning his ability to lead a blockbuster. Rather than seeking validation or internalizing doubt, he anchored himself in self-respect, drawing on his cultural heritage and personal values to fuel his work. His dignified performance as T'Challa in Black Panther not only silenced critics, but inspired millions, reflecting a Stoic-like integrity. In a 2018 interview, Chadwick said, "I know my worth. I don't need anyone's approval to do what I'm called to do." His story teaches us that self-respect isn't arrogance. It's a quiet confidence that radiates outward, commanding respect through the strength of your character. How can you apply this habit? Begin with these practical steps, rooted in Stoic wisdom and psychological clarity. First, affirm daily, "I am worthy of respect." Say it aloud each morning to reinforce your inner strength. Second, say no to demeaning situations, whether it's a toxic job, a disrespectful friend, or self-critical thoughts. Third, journal nightly, asking, how did I honor my worth today? Write down one action that reflected self-respect, such as setting a boundary or pursuing a goal. Finally, practice self-care like regular exercise or meditation to nurture your mind and body. This aligns with Seneca's call for self-mastery, ensuring your actions reflect your value. A 2021 Journal of Personality study supports this, showing that self-care practices enhance self-respect, fostering healthier interactions. Self-respect is the cornerstone of Stoic strength, a choice to treat yourself with the dignity you seek from others. It's about standing tall, your worth unshaken, knowing that no disrespect can dim your light unless you allow it. Imagine moving through life with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their value. Your every action a testament to your strength. This habit anchors your resilience, ensuring that your peace is yours to command. With self-respect as your foundation, you're ready to weave these habits into a life of purpose and tranquility. Let's tie them together in our conclusion, where we'll reflect on the Stoic path to unshakable respect and offer a daily practice to make these habits your own. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. As we stand at the crossroads of this journey, let's pause to reflect on the path we've traveled together, a path illuminated by Stoic wisdom, forged through the trials of disrespect, and paved with the promise of unshakable peace. At Daily Stoic Quotes, we've explored 8 ways to handle people who don't respect you, each habit a stepping stone toward a life where your dignity is yours to command, your tranquility yours to protect. These aren't mere strategies. They're pillars of an iron mind, rooted in the timeless teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and brought to life by modern icons who faced disrespect with grace and strength. Let's revisit these habits, not as lessons to memorize, but as virtues to embody, guiding you to rise above every slight with the composure of a Stoic sage. First, we learn to set clear boundaries, the cornerstone of self-respect, inspired by Serena Williams' unwavering stand at the 2018 U.S. Open. Her calm assertion, "I don't cheat to win," taught us that boundaries aren't walls, but declarations of worth, aligning with Epictetus' truth. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Next, we embraced disengaging from power struggles, following Denzel Washington's example as he ignored tabloid noise to deliver training day. His Stoic restraint, echoing Seneca's "the greatest power is often simple patience," showed us that true strength lies in refusing to fuel petty conflicts. Then, we explored limiting exposure to toxic individuals, inspired by Beyoncé's selective focus post-Destiny's Child. Her creation of Lemonade amidst industry skepticism reflected Seneca's insight. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality, urging us to protect our energy for what matters. We then discovered the power of responding with silence, as Ryan Reynolds did against online trolls, channeling his energy into Deadpool. His silence, a nod to Marcus Aurelius' "the best revenge is not to be like your enemy," proved that restraint speaks louder than words. We followed with not taking it personally, guided by Michelle Obama's grace under political fire. Her focus on "let's move," despite criticism, embodied Epictetus' wisdom. It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about things, freeing us from the weight of others' slights. Next, we learn to walk away when necessary, inspired by Chris Hemsworth's courageous step back from Hollywood's pressures. His choice, aligned with Seneca's "you act like mortals in all that you fear and like immortals in all that you desire," reminded us that leaving toxicity is an act of self-preservation. We then embraced surrounding ourselves with supportive people, following Oprah Winfrey's example of building a circle with mentors like Maya Angelou. Her resilience, echoing Marcus Aurelius's "the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," taught us that the right company lifts us higher. Finally, we anchored ourselves in self-respect, inspired by Chadwick Boseman's dignified response to industry skepticism in Black Panther. His quiet confidence, reflecting Seneca's "No man is free who is not master of himself," showed us that respect begins within, setting the standard for how others treat us. These 8 habits, woven together, form a Stoic tapestry, a roadmap to navigate disrespect with wisdom, courage, and an unshakable sense of self. But Stoicism is not a philosophy to admire from afar. It's a practice to live, a discipline to weave into the fabric of your days. To make these habits your own, I invite you to embrace a simple yet transformative Stoic exercise, the Respect Journal. Each night, dedicate 5 minutes to reflect in a notebook, asking 3 questions. First, did I set boundaries today? Write down a moment where you asserted your worth, like saying no to a disrespectful comment, or note where you could improve. Second, how did I protect my peace? Reflect on a time you disengaged, stayed silent, or walked away, preserving your tranquility. Third, did I honor my worth? Celebrate an action that reflected self-respect, such as nurturing a supportive relationship or affirming your value. Then, choose one action to focus on tomorrow, perhaps pausing before reacting or reaching out to an uplifting friend. This practice, inspired by the Stoic tradition of self-examination, aligns with Marcus Aurelius's nightly reflections, ensuring that each day strengthens your resolve. A 2021 Journal of Personality study supports this, showing that reflective journaling enhances self-awareness and resilience, helping you internalize these habits over time. As you embark on this practice, let me offer a final word of inspiration. You're not defined by the disrespect you encounter, but by the strength with which you respond. Like Serena Williams asserting her dignity, Denzel Washington rising above noise, or Chadwick Boseman standing firm in his worth, you have the power to command respect, not through force, but through the quiet authority of an iron mind. Disrespect may sting, but it cannot touch the core of who you are unless you allow it. Stoic philosophy, as taught by Marcus Aurelius, reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. At Daily Stoic Quotes, we're not just a channel. We're a community dedicated to guiding you toward a life of virtue, resilience, and purpose. Every step you take to set boundaries, to choose silence, to walk away, or to honor your worth is a step toward a life where your peace is unshakable, your dignity non-negotiable. This journey is yours, but you don't walk it alone. We're here at Daily Stoic Quotes to support you, to share the wisdom of the Stoics, and to inspire you to live with intention. So, I challenge you to take action now, to make these habits a living reality. Which of these 8 habits resonates most with you? Is it Serena's boundary setting, Michelle's detachment, or Chadwick's self-respect? Drop a comment below with the phrase, "I am unshakable," and share your story. Tell us how you'll apply one habit this week, or a time when you rose above disrespect. Your words will inspire others in our community, creating a ripple effect of Stoic strength. If this video has sparked a fire in you, hit that like button. It's a small act, but a powerful signal that you're committed to growth, to mastering your mind, and to living with virtue. Don't keep this wisdom to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs a Stoic boost, whether it's a friend facing workplace disrespect, a family member navigating toxic dynamics, or a colleague seeking resilience. By spreading these lessons, you become part of a movement toward a more intentional, peaceful world. If you haven't already, subscribe to Daily Stoic Quotes and ring the bell to join our growing community of Stoics. We're here with new videos every week to guide you through life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Speaking of what's next, our upcoming video, 5 Stoic Ways to Build Unbreakable Confidence, will dive deeper into forging a mindset that no obstacle can shake. Stay tuned for that because your journey to an iron mind is just beginning. Thank you for walking this Stoic path with us today. As you move forward, carry Marcus Aurelius's words in your heart. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Let this truth guide you, reminding you that disrespect is but a fleeting shadow, powerless against the light of your resolve. At Daily Stoic Quotes, we believe in you, in your capacity to rise, to thrive, and to live with the dignity of a Stoic. Keep practicing, keep reflecting, and keep forging your iron mind. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue this journey together. Stay strong, stay grounded, and always remember, your peace is yours to command.